Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sifunde iy'ncwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese siza la soxoxa ngazo le y'tori esuke siy'fundile. Sixoxela labo phela abasuke bengenaso isikhathi sokufunda iy'ncwadi nalabo abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. If you missed today's short story, go and check it out. Sisifakile i-short story namhlanje. Abantu basamangala namanje ukuthi siphele kanje, but that's how the story goes, guys. If ingazwanga i-story, umakhonya hamba uyosichecka-ke namanje. But right now, because one of the other things that we do on this channel is we watch ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi. Bese sizala sizokhuluma ngawo, senza ama-recaps nama-reviews alawo ma-shows, siphinde sikhulume nga-any other issues nje avelayo uma ngabe lama-shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. Namhlanje-na-ke sizoke sithi ukuthi nje kancane, I just could not skip doing this video because I was so proud when I watched le show lena. I always say people ukuthi I watch a lot of reality shows. I'm a reality show, you know. You know the word that is used when a woman is into men a little bit more than they should. I'm into reality TV shows a little bit more than I should. So I watch a lot of reality shows. So I was watching Love and Hip Hop. They have this new spin-off from Love and Hip Hop. It's called Lineage to Legacy. It was like the first episode today. I came across it and I was watching it. And to my surprise, they're going to introduce a South African artist, and I'm like, I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is, and it turns out it's our Queen Busiswa, guys. I was so proud to see her on that show, not only because of Busiswa, but also the contribution abeze nayo on that show, into abayibizelwe on that show. I was so proud of it as an African woman and as a South African woman as well. That show is about, they just pick a number of, I think there was like five cast members from different franchises, Lokuzana, the Love and Hip Hop. And then they do what Americans really love to do right now, which is like an ancestry DNA test, where they do a DNA test to find out what's kahle kahle originally owakuphi, guys. Mind you, and for African Americans, it's very different from us. I know ukuthi ngumZulu, nguNtando Mdletshe, umZulu, uMangomane, uMamnomo, you know, like I know where I come from. I know ukuthi umama wami uzalwa kuphi. I know ukuthi ubaba wami uzalwa kuphi. I can not say easily, but I could trace without even doing i-DNA ukuthi kahle kahle obabamkhulu bami bavelaphi. Nginezihlobo around me, so ngiyazi ukuthi ngowala elokhuzeni e-Africa, vele ngikhulele khona. So it's very different for African Americans because they know and ababona base-America ngokwe-origin, like obabamkhulu babo, they know ukuthi babengazalwanga elokhuzeni in America, babesuswe e-Africa baziswe e-America. So bona bahlezi banaloko ukuthi umuntu uhlezi efisa ukwazi ukuthi kahle kahle obabamkhulu bakhe umuntu bavelaphi. So for all of the cast members that were selected for this show, they do that test for them to find out ukuthi bavela kuphi. And in this particular group, they had chosen people after they had done a test, abantu that turned out ukuthi they were from Cameroon. But the person that they had brought to sort of share how is it like ukuba from Africa, to be an African from Africa. So they chose Zulukuzana Busisa. So Busisa, it was more to share her experience being in African. How is it like being an African? You know, she was sharing about how important it is for us to have igama, like an African name, how important it is for us to have what does a clan name mean? Iy'thakazelo zomuntu zisho ukuthini? She was explaining that to know ukuthi uphuma kusiphi sona isizwe, yes umZulu, but uphuma kusiphi isigodi. You know, she was explaining all of those things, and they were asking questions about things that abayibhilivayo bona ukuthi ziyenzeke e-Africa or eSouth Africa. but they are not sure about. One of the questions that they ask is, history thina lana Africa or South Africa, what do we learn about? The assumption had been ukuthi thina Africa we learn about African history. Angithi bona ama-complaints abo is that kuyincwadi abazifundayo esikoleni, it's about i-history but ayifaki enough black history, and they assume ukuthi thina ngoba sapha la e-Africa we learn about our own African history. And she had to explain to them ukuthi yazi, you'll be amazed ukuthi a lot of the history that is learned at school, it's so much about i-history yabantu abamhlophe, even to this day ukuthi i-history yabantu abamnyama ayifundwa as much. But I was so proud of her presence. There's a lot of things abakhulume ngazo about being African, being an African woman. And I learned a lot, especially when it came to, because when they found out it was okay, oh, was a Cameroon, but they will go as far as find out was a Cameroon, okay, fine. Belong to which what do you call it? Which village people do you belong to? Babizwa ngani and bagqoka kanjani? And they will find ilokhuzani outfit for you to wear. And the way that they were so proud, those cast members to be put on those outfits, and they did photo shoots, the way they were so excited because this is who I am, and they were saying even those photos will be seen by great grandchildren babo, and how proud their great grandmothers and fathers will be so proud to see them wear what they're wearing. And it made me realize how lucky I am I mean ngumZulu, and at any time mangifuna ukubhinca ngingabhinca. I can wear my traditional outfits anytime. I know ukuthi ene mangifuna ukubhinca ngesiZulu ngibhinca kanjani. I know where to get ilokhuzana, ngiyazazi ukuthi ngibelonga kuphi. And I think sometimes as Africans siyakhohlwa, as Africans who were born in Africa and grew up in Africa, as much as we have had struggles with maybe our education system and with apartheid and all of other things politically, but the fact that sila vele ebekufanele ngabe sikhona, I'm an African in Africa, ngisekhaya. Even if I go abroad, but ngiyazi ukuthi la isekhaya, I wasn't robbed of that. My great grand my ancestors were not robbed of that. At least they were left at home. It might not have been eThekwini, maybe it was somewhere else, but it was here in Africa. Their roots were here and they were left here. And I think we really forget how lucky we are, ukuthi siyakwazi ukuthi sikhulume izilimi zethu, like ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngikhulume mina isiZulu because that is who I am. And asikurealize lokho, asikurecognize lokho ukuthi it is an honor ukuthi ngiyakwazi ukuthi mina nginegama lesiZulu, nguNtando Mdletshe, bona bakwazi izinto enjalo. They were also excited when they were given amagama abo ase-Cameroon because they gave them names. They were so excited because now I have an African name. So bebe excited ngalezo zinto enjalo. So if you want to watch that show, guys, please check it out. I think bazobe beletha different artists from Africa to 11 hip hop just to mix with the cast members zangalena. I think next week we're going to see Zedu Nomzama, the Jerusalem artist, naye she's going to appear on the show. So I think they're getting 11 hip hop to do really interesting stuff that have to do with heritage and that has to do with being African. What does it mean? You are African from Africa, but you are also African from America. But what does that word being African mean? It's an interesting show, guys. They're taking a really different route from the love and hip hop that we know. La bantu khona balwa khona, babangamadoda, ama-tracks, ukuthi this was my track, mina kufanele ngicule this track and whatnot. It's not about that on this spin-off. It's really, really, I think Mona Scott has really done a good job with this show. So if you're a love and hip hop fan, go and check out that show. I'll try and see if I can put a link on my description. But if not, guys, Broken Silence, where they post is like almost like YouTube. They post videos as well. Go and check the video there, and you'll see it's also free, just like YouTube. As long as you have data, you can watch the shows there. But thank you so much for joining my video. Please like it before you go out of it. But our queen, guys, is on Love and Hip Hop. I was so excited. Please don't forget to share the video with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. And giving in its hand.